So these are the exercises for our topic Usrati. Yeah. So we will learn some new phrases as well. At-tadribul awal, first exercise, tabadalis su'ala wal jawab. Tabadal, exchange. Exchange, su'al, questions, wal jawab, and answer. So they give you kama fil misalaini. Kama as fi in misalaini. Now, do you see this yanun? Aini. What is this?
For two.
Two, correct. So, misalaini, two
Example.
two examples. Yes, misal is an example. Good. Yeah. So this is what I mentioned earlier. In the text, normally you will see both version, alif nun and also ya and nun. So this is one example. Misal, the first misal and the second misal. That is why they call it misalani or misalaini. Two example. Now let us look at the misal al awal. Here, the first one. Okay. Man haza. Do you still remember what is this? Man haza. Man haza.
Who is this?
Who is this? Naam, shukran Sarah. Who is this? Yes, man is who. And haza, we have learned this in our previous lesson. Haza means this. Okay, next question. When do you say haza? Is this for female or for male?
Male.
Again, Nurul?
Male.
For male, yes. So haza is only for male. So you want to ask man haza, who is this? If it is a male, then you say man haza, man haza. If I want to ask, oh, who is this? A female. What is the word?
Man hazihi.
Good. This is the word man hazihi. Yeah. So man haza, man hazihi. Who is this? Who is this? Man haza, man hazihi. Okay, good. That is the first one. Now we want to respond to the question man haza. So here the example they say haza abi. You combine the word up with my haza abi, and of course we still use the word haza because ab is male. Haza abi. Now let's say you want to say, oh, this is my brother. How do you say that? This is my brother.
Haza akhi.
Haza akhi. Yes, good. Haza akhi. Haza abi. Haza akhi. Good. How do you say this is my teacher? This is my teacher.
Haza ustazi.
Haza ustazi. Yes, correct. Make sure that ustaz, male or female? Male. Haza. And then you add E. Haza ustazi. Okay, good. Yeah. So that is the first one. What about female? The same thing. You just use hazihi. Hazihi ummi. Hazihi ummi. Okay. How do you say, oh, this is my sister? This is my sister. Man hazihi? Look at the picture. Man hazihi? This is my sister. How do you say that?
Hazihi ukhti.
Hazihi ukhti, yeah, correct. Yes, hazihi ukhti. So done with the first part. Now we go to the second part. The second part, okay. Here we have a new word. Here we have a new word, madha. Madha. And the madha means what? Madha means what? Ya'malu, this is a word that we have learned in our text. Do you remember this word? Madha ya'malu. In our lesson, it says hal ya'malu. Working, work, yes, working or work. Maza ya'malu akhuka. And what is akhuka? Can you guess the meaning?
Your brother.
Your brother, yes, good. So ka is your, akhu is brother, yeah. So we say akhuka. So maza ya'malu akhuka, what does your brother do? You are asking about his job. Okay. What do your brother do? What is his job? What is he working as? Maza ya'malu akhuka. Maza ya'malu akhuka. So what is the answer? You can say this. Akhi. Of course, you change from akhu to akhi. Akhi ya'mal. Or you can also say ya'mal akhi. Just like this structure. Ya'mal, they start with the verb and then they put the person after the verb. This is correct. And this is also correct. You put the person first. Akhi ya'mal. So you can use either one. Ya'mal akhi or akhi ya'mal. Akhi works. He works as a what? This is the word. Muhadiran. Anybody remembers what is this word? Muhadir. Okay, this word means lecturer. lecturer. Muhadir is a lecturer. The word muhadir is a lecturer. Okay, look at what the circle that I did. Okay, around the word muhadir. So the word is muhadir, but in the structure, they end this word with a tanwin. So they say muhadiran. Why is it muhadiran and not muhadir? This is because of the grammar function of the sentence. In this sentence, they want to say, my brother works as a, my brother works as, so as a teacher, as a lecturer, as in Arabic, if you want to say this, as somebody, you have to end the word with a tanwin. So instead of saying, akhi ya'mal muhadir, you have to say akhi ya'mal muhadiran. So that is a grammar function of the word. Yeah. So in Arabic, we have to learn the Arabic grammar, because by learning Arabic grammar, you will be able to understand some hidden meaning. Okay, some hidden meanings of that word, the additional meanings of that word as well. Okay, without learning the grammar, you can just guess. So this could be this meaning, but when you learn Arabic grammar, you can get the exact meaning. Yeah, so Arabic grammar is actually very important in learning Arabic, not only to make your sentence correct, but also to understand, okay, the sentence properly. Akhi ya'mal muhadir, not enough, so you have to add muhadiran. Akhi ya'mal muhadiran. Okay, let us try with another word. I give you another word. You try, put that word in this sentence. Ustaz, a teacher. Now you want to say my brother. Okay, let us change to my father. My father. My father works as a teacher. Ustaz. So how do you say? Anybody would like to try? Change the word akhi to my father.
Abi.
Abi works. Ya'malu.
Ustazan.
Usta.
Ustazan.
Ustazan. Ustazan. Yes, correct. So this, for this word ustaz, in this particular sentence, it has to have this tanwin. Yeah. So you have to say ustazan. Abi ya'malu ustazan. Yeah. So this is how we say as a teacher, as a lecturer, you end the word with ustazan, yeah, with the tanwin. The same for the muannas. Okay, now let us look. Sorry, the same for the female. The word mu'annas that I mentioned just now, this is the term to refer to female, but we have yet to learn. We will learn that in the next lesson, inshallah. Okay, now, just now we say maza ya'malu, because it is about a male. But now, this is about ukhtuka. It can be ukhtuka, it can be ukhtuki, not a problem. But what is important here, it is the word ukhtun, sister. Sister. So, for brother, just now we say ya'malu. Okay, ya'malu. You look at the word again. Ya'malu, they have the ya. But for sister, they will change the word to a ya. So now we say madha ta'malu ukhtuka or ukhtuki. If you are asking a girl, then you say ukhtuki. If you are asking a man or a boy, then you say ukhtuka. But still about his or her sister. Madha ta'malu ukhtuka or ukhtuki. Okay, and the answer here they say ukhti ta'malu. You look at the word ta'malu works again. They use ta. This time they use ta because we are referring to the sister. Ta'malu muhadir, the same word muhadir, lecturer. But since this is now for female, of course you have to add the ta. Yeah. So we say ummi or ukhti ta'mal muhadirah. Muhadirah. Now, we want to add that grammar function. We want to say as a lecturer, just like what we did here. What do we do here? Muhadir, and then we add this tanwin, right? You add the tanwin and the alif. So what do you need to do to this word? It is the same thing. You add the tanwin. You add the tanwin. But in this case, there is no alif. For ta marbuta, there is no need to add alif, yeah? Just the tanwin. So the correct sentence is ukhti ta'malu muhadiratan. Now, try this. Change this to my mother. My mother works as okay, we try the word ustazah again. Ustaz for female ustazah. Okay, what is the sentence now?
أمي تعمل أستاذة.
Ummi ta'malu ustazatan. Naam, syukran Sarah. Ummi, correct. Ummi, no syaddah. Syaddah is here. Ummi ta'malu ustazatan. Yes, correct. Now, we look at at-tadribu thani. At-tadribu thani, this is easy. Sil ma fil qa'imah. Sil, join or connect. Sil. Ma fil qa'imati alif. What? Ma is what? Fi in al-qa'imah list. So in this list, alif. So join these words. Bima yunasibuhu. With what is suitable. Bil qa'imah ba. You look at the suitable pair. Or here in this is in the form of question and answers. So these are the questions and these are the answers. So please find the answers. Let us try this together. Okay, number one. Number one. Yes, who would like to try this? Number one. Nam.
Man haza,
Man haza.
partner with haza abi.
Man haza. And then the answer is
Haza abi.
haza abi. Naam, sahih. Naam, Faris. Man haza. Who is this? Haza abi. Of course, because the question is haza, then the answer is also haza. Yes, correct. Yes, number two. Who would like to try this? Number two.
Man hazihi?
Man hazihi.
Hazihi ukhti.
Hazihi ukhti. Naam, shukran Hafiz. Man hazihi, and who is this? The same thing, the same question, but now for female. Hadi ukhti, yeah, my, and hadihi is my sister. I believe everybody should be able to use either haza or hazihi, yeah? Okay. Now, number three.
هل تحب أسرتك؟
Hal tuhibbu usrataki. Okay. Hal tuhibbu usrataki. Naam. Okay, which one is that, Syahira?
نعم أحب أسرتي.
Naam uhibbu usrati. Naam, syukran Syahira. That is correct. Okay, what is this? Hal tuhibbu, what is the meaning? Hal tuhibbu usrataka. So the ending letter ka, it can be either ka or ki, depending on the person that you are asking. Whether it is a male, he is a male or she is a female. Hal tuhibbu usrataka or usrataki. Okay, what is the meaning? Hal,
Do you love your family?
again, do you?
Do you love your family?
Yes, shukran Syahira, that is correct. Do you love your family? So this, again, this word hal, yeah, we have seen this a few times. Hal, this is when you want to ask do, is, are, does, and so on. So this is the word adakah. Hal, so do you love? This is the new word that we have learned in the lesson, yeah. We say tuhibbu. Tuhibbu is you love. You love. So tuhibbu. Hal tuhibbu usrataki, and usra, this is family, and ka or ki is your. Do you love your family? And the answer is na'am. We have learned in the previous lessons that when you ask hal, the answer is either na'am or la, right? Yes or no. So this is na'am. Na'am uhibbu usrati. Now, what is this uhibbu? Yes. Just now the word is tuhibbu. Well, and the translation is you love. But this time it is uhibbu. This is the same word. Who love? Yes.
I love.
I love. Yes, thank you. So this word is actually similar to the word uhibbu, but the difference is here we have this alif. Yeah. So this is when you want to say I, then later you will learn, oh, I have to change the beginning part of the word, of the fi'il, yeah. So I change from tuhibbu, I change to uhibbu if I want to say I. Yeah? We will learn this inshallah. Naam uhibbu, yes, I love. I love. So for this word I love, you will never find it in the dictionary. Okay, you will have to learn the grammar lesson. Okay? How do you say love? And how do you change to the present tense and so on. Naam, I love usrati, my family. So again, this is the word usra. Usra, ya? Usrati, my family. Now, number 4. Yes, here I believe we have a new word. Yes. Can somebody read this? Yes, Munira.
Ma'a man taskunu,
Ma'a man taskunu.
askunu ma'a usrati.
Okay, syukran Munira. Yes, that is the answer. Askunu ma'a usrati. Yeah, askunu ma'a usrati. Okay, now let us look at this phrase. Ma'a man taskunu. Ma'a man taskunu. Ma'a, this is with. Ma'a means with someone, you say ma'a. Okay, with somebody, ma'a. Man, we have learned the word man. And what is man? Man is?
Who?
Yes, man is who. And what is this taskunu? Okay, this is a new word. This is a verb. This is a verb, a fi'il, which means live or stay. So the question means, with whom do you stay? Okay, with whom do you stay? Now, with whom do you stay? Ma'aman taskunu. Now you want to say I stay. And the answer says askunu. Okay, you look at the word askunu and taskunu. This is the same word. Yeah, taskunu and askunu. This is the same word. Taskunu, who stays? Just now, how did I translate this word? With whom do you? You. This is for you. So this ta, okay, is for you. You stay. With whom do you stay? So you can add the word you here. With whom do you stay? Or with whom do you live? Do you live? Askunu. So again, that is the same word, but now with this alif, what is the meaning of this alif? This is similar to uhibbu. Just now we have this word uhibbu. So, Ana, yes, I. Thank you, Munira. Yes. So this askunu, this means ana, I. Yeah. Even though you don't see the word ana, but here the word askunu itself means I stay. So I live. I live ma'a usrati. I live ma'a usrati.
With my family.
Again, no, with is
Ma'a.
ma'a is with. Yes. Okay, so this is with. I live with my family. Nah, askunu ma'a usrati. Okay. And of course, the last one is, yes. Can someone read this? Yeah, yes.
ukhtan indaka.
Kam ukhtan indaka. Okay, Amira, syukran. Kam ukhtan indaka, and the answer?
Indi ukhtun wahidatun.
Indi ukhtun wahidatun. Naam. Okay. What is the meaning? Syukran, Amira. What is the meaning of this phrase? Kam ukhtan indaka. This is something we learn in the lesson. Kam ukhtan indaka or kam ukhtan indaki. Anybody remembers what is this kam?
How many?
How many? Naam, syukran, Alina. How many? So yes, this is the word, yeah? Kam. If you want to say how many, how much, that is kam. Kam. Okay, not how, not how. How only is the word kaifa. Like when you say, how are you? Kaifa. Haluka. Kaifa is how. But this is, let me write the word kaifa. This is to say how. But this is kam. It is how many. Berapa lah ni? Okay, you say how, kam. Kam. And kam ukhtan, how many? What is?
Sister.
How many sister? How many sisters? Now, so so this is the word This is from the word This is from the word ukhtun. And okay, this is the dictionary, the grammar rule, yeah, for the word kam. So if you want to use kam, you want to say how many, how much, this is the rule. You take the word and then you end the word with this tanween. So it becomes kam ukhtan. You will not say kam ukhtun. We will not say kam ukhtin. Instead, we will say kam ukhtan. Okay, so this is the grammar, a bit of the grammar function of the word kam. Yeah, kam ukhtan. Every time you want to say how many, you say kam and then add an at the end of the word, kam ukhtan. Kam ukhtan indaka. What is indaka? Last time we learned this. Yes.
I
have.
I
I
have.
have.
This is not I. Have, yes, correct. The word have is there, but it is not I have. It is ka.
You have.
You have, yes, correct. Yes. Shukran Amira. So this is you have. How many brothers or how many sisters do you have? Yeah. So the word indaka means you have. Okay. What is the answer just now? We say indi. Indi. Indaka you have. Indi. Who has here?
I have.
I have, yes, correct. So this year, even though when we during our lesson on the domir muttasil, we said this year means mine, and sometimes it is me. Yeah, but there are a few occasions where you still translate it as I, especially when you use it with words like indi. So when you say indi, we don't say my, no, yeah, we say I have. So this is a few exceptions. Okay, normally I, ya, and ya is my and me, yeah. But sometimes, only a few times, you will say I as well. Indi ukhtun. So I have a sister. Indi ukhtun. Remember the word ukhtun? Is this mufrad, musanna, or jama? So in the last class, we learned about mufrad, singular, musanna, dual, and also jama, plural. So is this mufrad, musanna, or jama?
Mufrad.
This is mufrad, yes. So when it is mufrad, how many sisters?
One.
One sister. So the word, if you just, or the sentence, if you just say Indi ukhtun, it already means one sister. I have a sister. There is no need to add this word. The next word is wahida. Wahida is the number. Wahida means one. Okay, so the word wahida here, this is just optional. In Arabic, we do not need actually to mention the word one if you want to say one. Because why? Because we have this concept of mufrad. So every time the word is in the mufrad form, it means one. There is no need to find the word one or we don't have that. We do not need that in Arabic. So you can just say indi ukhtun, but sometimes when you say indi ukhtun, the other person might be confused. How many? Then that is where you need to add the word wahid. So you can also say this. Indi ukhtun wahida. Indi ukhtun wahida. Yeah. So one sister. Yes. Okay. Indi ukhtun wahida. Done with this part. Any question? Anything you want to ask, especially related to some of these new words or the grammar function of the words? Anything you want to ask? Okay. Look at this again. Kam ukhtan. Just now I mentioned that every time you want to say how many or how much, you say kam, followed by a word that ends with a fathah, ya, tanwin. Okay, now let us try another question. Let's say you want to say how many family do you have? So what is the phrase or what is the question? How many family do you have? Follow this structure.
Kam usratan indika.
Kam usratan indika. Indika, is it indika? How do you read the word? Indi or inda?
Sorry, Ustaz. Indi.
Now look at this. Look at the previous sentence again.
Indaka.
Indaka. Yes. You only say indi with my, with I. Okay, you only say indi. So this word, inda, it is always inda. Okay, we don't change to something else. I mean the ending, the last letter dal. Yeah? You always say inda. And the only time when you say indi is when you add ya at the end. You want to say ma, I have. Then of course you don't say indai, you change to indi. So this is the only time where you change from inda to indi. But if you use this with the rest of the dhamir, you will have to say inda. So we say indaka. Kam usratan indaka. Yes, here, if that is the grammar function of the word kam, yeah, you end it with a tanwin fathah. So kam usratan indaka. So you can ask another question like, brother, how many brother? Kam akh, kam akhon, yeah, kam akhon. If you ask me, how many students do you have, Ustaz? How many students? How do you ask me that question? How many students? Kam
Tolibatan.
Talibatan. If you are referring to female student, yes, correct, Atira. So you say kam talibatan. How many female students? Indaka, ya Ustaz. For male student, kam
Tolibun.
talibun. Okay, correct. But the
Taliban.
grammar function of kam, yes, we change to taliban. Yes, you can ask me this. Kam taliban indaka or kam talibatan indaka. Right? So this is the grammar function. I believe we will have this, okay, in one of the lesson. Okay, so done with the tadribu thani, and then we look at at-tadribu al-thalis. At-tadribu thalis. At-tadribu thalis, the instruction says oktub, oktub, right, oktub, oktub, right, kama as what, ka is as, ma is what, as what, fil mithal in the example. And that's what you see in the example. So here in the example, in the mithal, they gave you two words, akhi wa talib. Akhi wa talib. Akhi, my brother, and talib. So they give you two words, akhi and talib. Sorry, this is wrong. Please make a correction. This should be, you change this to muallim. Change, yeah? Talib is not suitable for this kind of question. We change to muallim. And what is muallimun? Muallimun means, this is similar to ustaz. So, ma ma'na, what is the meaning of muallim?
Teacher.
A teacher, yes, correct. Yeah. So, muallim means a teacher. Muallim. Yeah. Muallim means a teacher. Now, muallim. Akhi muallim. Now, what they want you to do is you construct these two sentences. First, you use this word haza. Of course, haza is for male, and for female we will say hazihi. Yeah, so you use either haza or hazihi. You check with the word whether it is male or female. So here the word is akhi. You just say haza akhi. That's all. That is the first sentence. Okay, we just want to use the word this and differentiate between male and female at the same time. That is the first question. And the second question, look at the second question. Oh, sorry, the second sentence. They say, huwa ya'malu mu'alliman. Huwa ya'malu mu'alliman. Now, they want you to use the correct dhamir, whether it is huwa for he or she. What is the word for she? Huwa is he and she is
Here.
hiya. Yes, correct. Yeah. So you choose hiya or huwa. And now we have a verb, the fi'al. Ya'malu works. Ya'malu. We have also seen that for male you say ya'malu. For female you say, yes. What is the female version of the fi'al? For
Ta'mal.
female, for here, yes, we don't say ya'malu anymore. We say ta'malu. Yeah, so you change. Hiya ta'mal. And if you look at the last word, mu'allim, this is the same word that they gave you earlier, mu'allim. So from our lesson, we learned that whenever you want to mention as he works or she works as a teacher, then you take the word and you end it with a tanwin and fathah. This is the grammar function, yeah? So we say mu'allim, mu'alliman. Huwa ya'malu mu'alliman. So again, the two sentences, the first sentence, you use either haza or hazihi, and in the second sentence, you use the correct dhamir, whether it is huwa or hiya, the correct fi'il, whether it is ya'malu or ta'malu, and finally, the grammar function of that as a teacher, as a lecturer, and so on. Let us look at the first one. Okay, I give you 5 minutes. Can we do this in 5 minutes? Okay, try everybody. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is too much. I think you can finish it in 2 minutes. Abi, yeah, I give you the meaning of each of these words. Abi, tabib. Abi, my father. Tabib. Tabib, anybody knows what is tabib?
Doctor.
Yes, tabib is a doctor. Yeah, medical doctor. Tabib. Number 2, ummi muhandisatun. Muhandisa. Ummi, my mother. Muhandisa. Muhandis, the word, of course, ta is an additional letter. So the word in the dictionary is only muhandis. And muhandis means engineer. Muhandis. So now you want to say she works as an engineer. What is your sentence? Okay, just follow the examples. Next, number 3, khali. Khali. Ustaz. Okay, khal. This is a new word. Khal, this word is khalun, which means uncle. Uncle. Uncle, but not just any uncle. This is uncle from your mother's side. Your mother's brother. That is why we call him khal. But if it is your uncle from your father's side, your paternal uncle, your father's brothers, then you don't call him or them khal. Okay, for uncle from father's side, you will change to another word which is ammun. Yes, take this word as your new vocabulary. Ammun. So this is also uncle. Khal is also uncle. But the difference that this uncle is your mother's side. Yeah, mother's side, and this uncle is your from your father side. Okay, so we say khali, my uncle, but you understand now. Khal here, uncle here is from my mother's side. Khali ustaz. So how do you say? He is my uncle. He works as an ustaz. Number 4, khalati. Khalati is similar to the word khal just now. Khal, and then they add this ta. This is actually the ta marbuta. Khala. So who is a khala? Khal is your uncle, and khala is your
Aunt.
aunt. Yeah, your auntie or your aunt. Yes, khala. And again, this is from your mother's side. Yeah. If you want to say, oh, my auntie or my aunt from from my father's side, then you take this word am and you add a ta marbuta. You say amma, then it becomes your auntie, your aunt from your father's side. Yeah, am and khal. Please add this to your vocabulary. Khal, and she works as a tabiba. And finally, the last one is binti. Binti. What is this binti? This is my, and what is the word bint? Banonta. Can you guess the word bint?
Daughter.
Daughter, yes, correct. Bintun is a daughter. Bintun is a daughter, or bintun is a girl. That is another meaning. Sometimes we translate bint as a girl. So, for example, I can call you Atira, ya bint. In some Arab country, they call you ya bint. Ya bint, ya binti. Sometimes they call you ya binti, my daughter. Of course, you are not his daughter, but this is how they address you. Munira, ya binti. They can call you that. Yeah. Okay, so bint is daughter. And let's say daughter, my daughter is Muhadira. Okay, I give you about 1 or 2 minutes. Please try this. And then we will read your sentences. If there is a question, please ask. Yeah. And by the way, starting from today, lecturers, we have to work from the campus. We cannot work at home anymore. We just received the instruction last Friday. So last week. Especially today all schools they started today, and the traffic jam is quite heavy. So this Wednesday, if I cannot start at 8, maybe I will have to start at 8:10, just like today. Yeah. Okay, if you have done with the first one, if you want to read it for me, yes, you can read that. Yes, anyone would like to read the first one, Abi and Tabib?
هذا أبي هو يعمل طبيبا.
Haza Abi huwa ya'malu tabiban. Yeah, shukran Dayan. Correct. Haza Abi, because Abi is male, then we say Haza Abi. Okay, good. Haza Abi. Okay, so you have to practice both, yeah. The spoken one and also the written one. Haza Abi. Is it Haza or Hazi? Abi or Abi is male. Haza Abi. Is it Huwa or Hiya or Abi is male? So we say Huwa. Huwa ya'malu. Yeah. Okay, good. Haza Abi. That is the first sentence. Haza Abi. And of course, if you are already able to read the word Haza, no need to write all these vowels again. Yeah. No need to put all these Haza Abi. There is no need, because as I've mentioned previously, all these vowels, they are for you only. Okay, if you think, okay, I can already read this word. I know this word already. There is no need for you to write fathah, kasrah, and dhamma. Maybe you need is the ending part of the word, because that ending part is related to grammar function. For example, the word mu'alliman just now. Okay, mu'allim. Okay. Man, you need to put this, because this is related to grammar function that is particular for that particular sentence. Yes, haza abi, and then we say huwa. Good, because it is now. Huwa ya'malu, so the same phrase, phrase. Tabib, okay. Huwa ya'mal, tabib. So we take the word tabib, but since this is as a tabib, then you have to add the tanwin at the end. Tabiban. Okay. Huwa ya'malu tabiban. Now, good. So this is the first sentence now. Let us try number 2. Okay, who has the answer for number 2? Ummi Muhandisa.
Hadhihi ummi. Hiya ya'malu muhandisah.
Hazihi.
Muhandisatan.
Okay. Shukran Faris. Hazihi ummi. Okay, is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Hazihi ummi, because ummi is mother. Okay, what is your next sentence? Hiya. Is it?
Oh, hiya not ya'malu, right?
That is correct. Is it ya'malu or ta'malu?
It's ta'malu. Sorry.
Hiya ta'malu. Yes, Faris. So you don't say hiya ya'malu, yeah, because hiya and ya'malu, they are not compatible. Hiya, we don't say hiya ya'malu. When it is hiya, you have to change to hiya ta'malu. Okay, so that is the answer. Shukran. So we say hazihi. This time it is hazihi. Hazihi ummi. Hazihi ummi. This is my mother. And since it is ummi, then you change to hiya. Hiya, and of course for the verb, we don't say ya'malu anymore. We change to ta'malu. Hiya ta'mal. Hadhihi ummi. Hiya ta'mal muhandisa. Muhandisa, and the grammar function of this structure, as an engineer, you have to end the word with a tanwin and fathah. So we say muhandisatan. Yes, do we need to add an alif for this letter ta?
No.
No, yes, thank you, Alina. So again, yeah, for this ta, even though it has this tanwin and fathah, but we do not need to have this alif. So this alif is for the other alphabet, for the other letters, yeah, not for the ta marbuta. Now, sahih. Okay, sahih. Now number 3, Khali Ustaz, my uncle, a teacher. Yes. So who would like to try this? This is my uncle. He works as a teacher. Yes, Atira?
هذا خالي هو يعمل أستاذا.
هذا خالي هو يعمل أستاذا. Yes, thank you, Atira. Correct. هذا خالي هو يعمل أستاذا. هذا خالي هو يعمل أستاذا. Good. هو يعمل أستاذا. أستاذا. هو يعمل أستاذا. هذا خالي هو يعمل أستاذا. Yeah. So you can put the vowels on your own if you think you still need that vowel. هذا خالي هو يعمل أستاذا. Yes, you can say يعمل. Yeah, that is also correct. يعمل. But the lam has this dhamma. Yeah. Don't put a sukun. يعمل with the sukun. Okay. Now number 4. Number 4 is khalati and tabiba. Khalati tabiba. My aunt, my auntie, and a doctor. Khalati tabiba. Yes. Anyone? Khalati. Hazal hazihi. Yes, Amira.
هذه خاليتا.
Is it khalita or khalati?
هذه خالاتي.
Hazihi khalati. Yes, correct.
هذه خالاتي تعمل طبيبة.
Ta'malu tabiba. Hazihi khalati ta'malu tabiba. Yes.
طبيبة.
But you miss one word. Your sentence is already correct, but according to our exercise, you miss one word. Before the word ta'malu tabiba. You miss that dhamir. Is it huwa or hiya?
Here.
Yeah, okay. So again, the sentence hazihi.
هذه خالتي.
Hazihi
خالتي هي تعمل طبيبة.
hiya ta'malu tabiba. Okay, good. Hiya ta'malu tabiba. But if you want to read the ta for the word tabiba, is it tabibatun, tabibatan, or tabibatan for this particular structure?
طبيبة.
Tabibatan, yes, correct. Okay. Now, again, hadhihi khalati, this is my aunt. Hadhihi khalati, hiya ta'malu. So earlier, Amira mentioned ta'malu without the word hiya. That is actually correct as well. So this verb, later you will learn that for the verb itself, actually you do not need to use the dhamir anymore. You don't need to say I do this or you, the word anta or ana. So it is actually optional. Sometimes you need that if the sentence is quite confusing, then you need to mention ana or anta or huwa or hiya. But if the sentence is not confusing, like this word, like this sentence, if you just say hadhihi khalati ta'malu tabiba, it is not confusing because when we say ta'malu, the meaning is she. This is when we learn about grammar. About fi'il, yeah. So later you will know, oh, when I say ta'malu, is this for I? Is this for you? Is this for he? Is this for she? Is this for we? We will learn that, yeah. So you will say ta'malu tabiba, and everybody will understand she works as a doctor. But of course, since this is in the structure, they ask you to put the dhamir either huwa or hiya. We put the dhamir here, yeah. Because we want to practice this. Hadhihi khalati hiya ta'malu tabibatan. Nah, good. Okay, the last one. Binti muhadira. My daughter, a lecturer. Yes, what is the sentence? Yes, Syahira.
هذه بنتي هي تعمل محاضرة.
Hadihi binti hiya ta'malu muhadiratan. Yes, correct. Hadihi binti. This is my daughter. Hadihi binti. Hadihi binti. Hiya ta'malu Hiya ta'malu muhadiratan. Hiya ta'malu muhadiratan. Okay, good. Hiya ta'malu muhadiratan. Yeah. So this is the exercise for haza and hazihi, for huwa and hiya, and ta'malu ya'malu, and also this ending, the ending for the word muhadiratan, ustazan, ustazatan, and so on. Okay, so done with this exercise. Any questions?
After I have,
Yes.
why we add the alif i- at the end?
Again, okay, thank you, Faris. So Faris is asking, why do you add this alif? Okay, whenever you have this tanwin, why do you add this alif? Okay, the answer is that this is the spelling part of the word. So the word, okay, let me take the word, this word tabib, yeah. Let me take this word tabib. Okay, let me write it here. The word tabib, or any word for that matter, we take any word, tabib, we take any word like ustaz, what else? Talib, all of these words that we have learned, yeah? So these words, tabib, as you know, that the ending of each of these words, they can have different ending depending on of the position, depending on the position of that word in a sentence. Sometimes you will see they write tabib, tabibun with a tanwin dhamma. Sometimes you see they say tabiban with the tanwin fathah, and sometimes you see they write tabibin. These are all due to the grammar function. Yeah, but in terms of the spelling, in terms of the spelling of the word, when it ends with a dhamma, we don't add anything. We don't do anything to the word. Just put a tanwin dhamma, done. If you put a tanwin kasra, it is the same thing. If you put a tanwin kasra, it's the same thing. You do not need to add anything, okay, to the end of a word. The only thing that you have to add a letter if when it ends with a fathah, tanwin only, yeah, not only one fathah, tanwin fathah. So when a word ends with the tanwin fathah, you will have to add alif. Okay, you will have to add alif. So the word will look like this: taliban, to, alif, lamba, and alif. So when you see that alif, even though you don't have this tanwin, okay, you will know, oh, this word is actually with a tanwin fathah. Okay, do you get that, Faris? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, that
Thank
is
you.
the first part. Now, I also mentioned that for this tanwin fathah, this alif is put for most of the words. Okay, except if the word ends with ta marbuta. If the word ends with ta marbuta, for example, the word taliba, when it has a tanwin fathah, there is no need to change or to add alif. Talibatan. No need. Okay. Except ta marbuta. Except ta marbuta. Yeah. And also except when a word ends with this alif and hamzah. And then you have tanwin fathah. For example, the word ma. Here we have this alif and hamzah. So this word, if it ends with the tanwin fathah, there is no need to add alif anymore. So this is also an exception. But for the rest of the letters, ba, ta, tha, waw, mim, if they have tanwin fathah, you have to put alif. Is that okay, Faris? That is only for the spelling part. That is why here,
Yeah, so okay.
yes, that is why if we write the word ustaz just now here, ustaz, and since this end with this tanwin fathah, I put an alif. Okay, the same with this word tabiban, this tanwin and alif, and also mu'alliman, the same thing. Yes. Any other questions? No questions? Okay.